when my baby was born, it triggered this conditioning. And I had a disease that was exactly that. I have no force in my body. I want to share with you about my story, and several of you already know, but I want to mention again this because that was the origin of my autoimmune disease. So my daughter was born when I was 27 years old. And after she was born, I started immediately to have the symptoms of paralyzation, but I was not aware until several months later that I could not blink my eyes. I didn't have the strength to blink my eyes. I have to sleep with my eyes like this because I could not sleep with my eyes closed because I could not close my eyes. And I noticed, the first time I noticed was when I was taking pictures, because baby, when I take so many pictures, and this was before cell phone, and I could not close one eye to take the picture, to focus in the camera when you're looking that little hole. So I used to do this. I used to physically hold with my index, and I could, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold this. Now I could keep it this way and try to take the picture at the same time. It was very complicated. And so from there on, it went like a downhill, and I was paralyzing more and more and more, and my legs and arms and everything. So until I went to the doctor and he said, close your eyes. And I realized I could not close my eyes, and I did not know. So now I'm going to tell you the opening of constrictions. So many years later, 30, not 30, less than 30, but let's say 25 years later, I would say, yeah, around that time. I was here, and in the morning, I'm doing my practice, being in the body alone. That is important for you to know how you can release things on your own also. I like to empower you to do that, especially when you are aware of your traumas. Certain things you're not aware. And I felt, where is my girl? I felt a constriction right here on my sacral bone. And I felt, wow, this is so tight. I never noticed this before. And then when I connected here, it was like my description was stainless steel. It was so hard, and I could see even like gray. It was gray and hard like stainless steel. And I said, wow, this is really tight. So I asked my husband, because why do I do groups here also, is because presence helps to open more. So I noticed I was so hard to open. I said, wow, I need more presence with me. So I asked my husband, who also practiced many times with me, I said, can you sit next to me? I feel this is so hard. I cannot open alone. If you're more present, it will help me to be able to open more. That's why I want you to use the group also to open more. So he sat next to me, become very present. So I'm very present. There's a lot of percentage of present is higher, let's say this way. And I opened that constriction. So when I opened the constriction, the whole memory came when I was 6 months old, and my mother was changing my diaper. And she was so upset because I did pooped a lot. Everything was dirt. And she was so, how to say, rough with me. And I'm a very delicate, sensitive baby, as I am still not a very sensitive person. And I fought with her, and I really fought. And the baby's mind came to me, everything came to me, the vision, everything that was happening, even though I was 6 months old. The age, what was going on, and the thought in my mind was this giant, and interesting the words, because the baby doesn't have the words there, but it has the feeling of what is going on. And it was, this giant is going to win. I have no force in my body to win this. I was aware of this difference of size, and so the feeling, everything was revealed quite clear for me to understand the beginning of autoimmune, because my autoimmune is called the Myasthenia Gravis, and my means muscle, asthenia means lack of force, and gravis means severe. So severe lack of muscle force. That was the baby. The baby felt, I will not win this. And I felt like a failure, that I'm doing something wrong because I'm pooping, I'm making things that this person here does not like. And when my baby was born, it triggered this conditioning. And I had a disease that was exactly that. I have no force in my body. And I had other situations with other clients that we go all the way to the root cause. And the root cause is similar things, but different age and different episodes and different disease and different things. But it was like, wow, the condition. So how this happened? That this disease represents exactly the baby, all everywhere, no strength and no force and no way to win this. So, and how it was triggered in the moment that my baby was born. So the baby in me became alive with my baby. So that is my story, and I'm not saying that is your story, but you might have things that you do not know that cause the disease, and then doctors, of course, are going to say this is crazy, but for me, it was everything revealed, and there was a lot of story about me and the pooping and other, and that I was just confirming because of all the this story was talked about many times in the family. So many things that confirmed the whole thing. It was not just this episode, but it was a repetitive episode that happened many, 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 many times. To the point that when I could speak, any person on the street would look at me and say, "Oh, how cute this girl, what a beautiful girl, how a pretty girl, cute girl." I would tell the person, "Pooped." That was my number one word, was not nothing else. And I would look and I would say, "Pooped." And person, "You're cute." "Pooped." Because it was the word that was in Portuguese. So anyway, it was a Portuguese word, especially when you go to the bathroom and then you dirt yourself. I mean, don't go to the bathroom, dirt yourself. So that was the word I used to everyone. And that was become the joke in the family in a way that my mother felt embarrassed because that's the word I learned. But that word I learned because I heard many times. It was something so strongly impacted on me, getting upset because I would dirty all my clothes and everything. And this was before, I'd say disposable diapers. And I understand the whole, as an adult, potential to you know what is the cause of any particular issue. And it can be several things together, or can be one episode, or can be normally something that is repetitive. To know the cause of your issues is inside of the body. It's like the body keeps the score. We don't have explicit memory, but we have implicit memory. The memory and the mind is still lodged in the body. So I started to release that, and then I was doing sessions with one of my teachers, and she helped to go even deeper and deeper. And I released from the anus area all the way here. It was all the muscles, was really hard, because what I was doing is I was trying not to defecate. I was trying not to go to the bathroom, to have feces. That's what I was trying. I'm very glad I did not succeed. Otherwise, I would have other health issues, because you need to eliminate what you need to eliminate from your body. But interesting was, after the release here, I had a lot of discomfort in terms of pain. And that's also, I wanted to let you know that sometimes you will release and you will feel, probably I already talked to you about this, but you will feel like a tight shoe that you took off. Like you have a tight, we women many times have these high heels or tight shoe, or let's suppose a new shoe that you use that is tighten your body, your feet, and it hurts. And when you remove, it also feels painful, because you remove the shoe, but it's still, the blood is not flowing in the tissues, or it might open a lot that needs to soften. So it might take days for that to disappear. So I want you to let you know, because even though it has a discomfort, it's much worse not to release, So you have to mentally understand that, because many times we're going to go like, oh, no, 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 better not to do this. No, it's better you do this because it gets worse if you don't do. It doesn't mean you're forcing anything, but also it is allowing it to happen. So that I'm teaching you and telling you and sharing with you so that you know there are things we do not know in our body that we might get to know and be okay with it, with the whole situation. And sometimes it's going to take a while for you to process not only the physical comfort area in the tissues of your body, but also the emotional impact, the mental impact, what happened in your life because of this particular thing that happened. So be open to it, be open to it. And that is important. And I'm here to support you.